and you have entered the dimension of Out of the Mud Media. And this is Lesson with Larry, episode 33, discussing changes for the new year, 2025, with special guest, the legend himself, undisputed in the realm of any realm, Calvin Clemmons. Prepare to be amazed and taken on a journey that you've never seen before on Out of the Mud, INC. And here's Larry.
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Lessons with Larry, episode 33. Today I have my distinguished guest, as he was introduced, Calvin Clemmons, Calvin Clemmons.
All right.
You know, man, and I'd like to send a special shout out to Mr. George F. Grundy II. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. And also to the greatest Mayfield, Brother James Mayfield, and to Out of the Mud Media, period. INC. But we want to discuss some of the changes that that we plan on making in our lives for 2025. Some of the decisions that we made in 2024 that we know weren't the right decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we gonna do about it? We're gonna take it into the next year and say we're gonna change then, or are we gonna change today? So yeah, so how you doing, Brother Calvin? How's
I'm doing
it going?
great,
Yeah,
Larry. It's awesome to be a guest here tonight.
Yeah,
looking forward to chopping it up, and looking forward to the new year as well.
Yeah.
And I would like to give this, to me speaking, to the people out there, resuscitate this new life that's going to happen in 25.
That's right.
We're going to
Speak.
speak new energy into our lungs and our minds and hearts, and be go-getters this year.
That's right.
Let's
That's
go
right.
get these things.
Matter of fact, you had to go get what's yours.
It's an old song they called. It was "Put It on Paper."
Put it on paper.
Put
Okay.
it on paper.
Okay.
Let that be your vision board.
Yeah.
Put it on paper.
Yeah. Well, I'm a firm believer in if you can't see yourself with it, I don't think you're gonna get it straight up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you first had to see it, see yourself with it, or see it in your own mind, and then let it manifest into some, physical, in the physical plane. But yeah, that's
True that.
that's definitely that's definitely one to grow on.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on paper. Put it on paper. Write it down. And even your flaws. You have to write them down too.
Yeah.
You have to. A lot of times we've been taught to hide our flaws, but you shouldn't just try to hide them. You should also try to eradicate. You should need to try to exterminate, get rid of them. You know what I mean, for real, and become a better person. And that way, if you don't change the world, you changing the world around you.
Exactly.
Straight up.
So basically, you saying leave the old baggage where it's at.
Yeah, that's what. If it's old baggage, I mean, like old trash, what you gonna, leave it, get rid of it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It expired in 24. Why don't you let it go?
Let it go in 24.
I'm picking up what you're putting down there.
Yeah. We had to go into a new year with a new train of thought, a new mentality. You know what I mean? You don't expect nothing new in the new year. If you got the same mindset that you had last year,
Right.
ain't nothing new gonna happen. It's just gonna recycle itself. For real.
A whole new energy drink out there, folks. We have to be revitalized. And I've looked at we go through our news, and we just back and forth through the couple pages about what we've been through in 24 and what we don't want in 25. We want to rearrange those and come out with new.
Yeah.
And so that's where we headed.
And and a lot of times you have to look at a whole year in 65 days. So what lessons did you extract from all those days of that year? What type of lessons did you learn anything? Did you grow? Did you learn to let go? You know what I mean? What did you actually use the year for in terms of your own mental well-being?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we get stuck in the cocoon. Our minds get stuck in the cocoon, and we just stuck in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And don't want to think out of it. Can't see past it. And so you have to let each year speak for itself.
Right. And I like to piggyback off of that. I know last year I made some accomplishments, and
last year meaning 2024?
We talking 20. I'm speaking.
2023.
I'm talking about. 2024.
Okay,
as
okay, that's cool.
relevant to last day of the year.
Yes, sir.
Last couple
Yes,
days
sir.
of the year.
Yes, sir.
And as the new year, I have a new assignment. I'm reaching out to give back to the community in Beecher, where I grew up at.
Okay, Beecher, Michigan. Shout out to Bucks. Go Bucks.
And happened to be nominated as to be on the Beecher Board of Education.
Okay.
And I plan to bring some new information to the table.
So you the newest member of the Beecher Board of Education?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. Okay, then, man. That's what's happening, man.
I'm excited.
For real, that's beautiful.
And,
because see, hold up. A lot of people don't. A lot of our viewers, they may not be aware of your history with Beecher. Mm-hmm. You know, of how you grew up in Beecher. You know, and you grew up. You know, and you left Beecher. You left Michigan. Period. You know what I mean? For some time, then you came back and returned home, and everything came full circle. Right. So, can you tell us about that journey? A little bit about that journey. Would you share that with us?
Yeah, growing up, I'm a Bucktown standout. I like to think so.
Played football with Carl. Did you play with Carl?
I played with Carl Banks. I played with Lonnie Young, one of the Honorable Thad McFadden.
Yeah.
Some of the greats.
Yes.
And I had fun, you know. And I played ball and with these big guys, and they say football is for big guys, you know. So I went out because I'm a little guy.
Yeah.
So they immediately changed the table, you know what I'm saying, to let you know that
the guys can hit too.
Yeah. Yeah. You give me a helmet, I'm gonna make some noise.
That's right. Then you crack the helmet.
I cracked the helmet, yeah. So, and that's when the coach said, I think, who's this kid? He said, the same guy you say him well enough to play football. He said, oh, well, come here, son. I'm sorry. Can you do that again? And that's where my football stint started, and I loved every bit of it. And I learned, being in Beecher, I learned how to be competitive and grade wise and academically and in sports. And that's just the same way we do out here, young folks in life. You know what I'm saying? I just want to take that, give that to you, let you know what you can change from yesterday. You can change it today. You know what I'm saying? And moving forward, whatever someone doubts you, that means you do extra work tonight to be better tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You got to put something on it.
Say that again.
Put something on it. You know what I'm saying? You got to practice. You know what I'm saying? If they want you, they told you to do 25 push-ups, do 30 of them. Do something extra. Be the first person on the field and the last one to leave. You know what I'm saying? And that's just with dreams and goals in life. You know, stay ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're sleeping 8 hours a day, you're sleeping too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's only 24 of them.
Yeah.
So you need to get about 6 and get up and get going.
Yeah.
You know, because you're going to have to drive to and from your destination. That's going to be an hour to itself. So that's 8. Only 24, so I'm going to let y'all figure it out.
Do the math, huh?
Yeah. Stay positive.
That's what's happening. That's a beautiful, man. That's a beautiful message. And I really want to say, man, I know where you come from, so to see you come back full circle and become a board member, man, you know, what's the odds of that, man? You know, what is the odds of that, you know?
The odds are very slim. It's that, but the destination and the person that's in control of his or her destination was instilled within themselves. You know what I'm saying? You write down, you go back and think about the past that I walked, and you say, well, he, you know, and just when you're in doubt, and that's when I turned.
You stand out when they doubt.
Yeah, when in doubt, you know, I get strong.
Yeah.
And my burners was on, and I had those children, you know, and those children make you want to be somebody for them, you know, somebody they could be proud of, some footsteps. I just want to make footsteps and for people to follow. And I just want to be able to help give back what I got out the community. I want to give back to the children because we're missing leaders. You know what I'm saying? I had Mose Lacey's and these guys, these greats, you know.
Mr. Moss. I remember when you first read your first Malcolm X book.
Right.
And you told me, he was like, yeah, told me about it. You know, I got my first pair of cleats from you.
Yeah. I was introduced to Malcolm at a fragile age, and and it made me a little radical.
You came on radical. Yeah. Yeah, you was something else.
Yeah. And but I you know, as I learned through some falls in life and some trip ups,
well, yeah.
You know, you learn that I still harnessed all the knowledge that I got, and I'm still, don't get me wrong, I'm still the number one Malcolm fan.
Can I say this? Hold on. Now, one of the funniest things about what you were just sharing is how you said I remember you coming home when your radicalism. I really, when I say coming home, because you could stay with me, it's my
Yeah.
cousin. So hey, it was crazy. If you would have came home with a dashiki on, I wouldn't have been surprised. but listen, when you find out that your history teacher had,
Had a white woman.
anyway, I'm sure we all done seen the living colors and stuff. So, excuse me, we all done seen that. So it's comical. But nevertheless,
Yeah, I was busted.
yeah, you was hurt.
Yeah.
You was hurt to say the least, but not, hey, we all get along. We all gotta come along to get along. You did.
They said, well, you learn. I got the message, you know what I'm saying? And as long as I got the message,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't going to ridicule the messenger, but I got the
yeah,
message
yeah.
and I picked up from that as well.
And it made you
learned
interested in history. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so that was a good thing.
And so I've been blessed. And as far as race goes, my family is very diluted. I got all color flavors in my family. So I got all colors. So I'm not shadowed no more. My life
ain't
is
no
not
certain
shadowed,
tree to a family. I mean, certain color to a family tree. You know what I mean?
I love
For
my
real.
grandkids, all my kids, and I just want to be able to reach back out into community and change some young man's life, some young lady's life, particularly a young man. And if I see him or her going down the road, I just want to be able to tap on the shoulder and say, hey, we can go this way. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to be the decoy in the road from negativity and get you in the right direction.
That's right. That's a beautiful thing, and it's kind of like once you grow up and you live, you learn, and the children, that's really where, excuse me, a lot of our energy should be focused on, because they the ones that actually tell that we were actually here. They the proof that we was here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then not only that we were here, what are you leaving behind?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know if my mother, my auntie, my father, you know what I'm saying, my grandfathers and grandmothers, and so on and so forth, if they could see me now, they would say, okay, job well done. You finally getting it. You know what I mean? We was trying to push you down this way, but you finally getting it. Okay, so I'm proud to see that. So with that being being said, the changes that I had to make, I try to deter other people from going the long way. Hey, you ain't gotta go the wrong way. You can just go straight there. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta go the long way. You ain't gotta go the wrong way. You can go straight there. You know what I mean? Because you do have the opportunity. And we have to learn to utilize our opportunities, opportunities to learn, opportunities to grow, opportunities to forgive, opportunities to forget certain things you need to forget. You know what I mean? You don't need to carry it around like old baggage, like you say, old garbage. You don't need to carry it around. You need to forget. So when out goes one year, here comes another one. So what are we gonna do with this new season that's coming up on us?
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave it behind, and that's what you guys see, you listeners out there. Get yourself together. Get ready. Get on your march. Get set. Go. 25 is here. It's knocking on the door. So get ready. Put all the things that you don't want. Put them in the trash can. You know what I'm saying? All the things that you do want, you put them in prayer and write them on the board, and let's go get it.
And make it happen. Don't wait for nothing to happen. You know what I mean? Like I always say, wait is what broke the bridge that I'm trying to get over. You know what I mean? I ain't waiting on nothing. Life too short to do all that waiting. You know what I mean? You need to be motivating and moving towards that which you say you want, or that which you say you want to be, or become. And being a positive motivational inspiration to anyone, that's fulfilling, man. That's really fulfilling when you can, tell somebody something good instead of telling them something bad. You know what I mean? Be slow to bring the bad news and good, and fast to bring the good news. For real, because good news bring positive energy. You know what I mean? A lot of times you can actually look at a person and tell them some good news, and just look at their expression. It may scare you. You know what I mean? If you look at their expression, you know what I mean? Because they really may not want for you what you might want for them. But you can't worry about that. You have to keep moving, stay positive, keep moving, and take mental note and keep it going. You know what I mean? And, embrace the new year with new thoughts, with new prayers, new affirmations, you know what I mean, and a whole new attitude. If you don't like the person that you've become, change it. Can't nobody change it but you. Change it. You know what I mean? If you want to be something different, do something different. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
that's awesome. Also, I like to reach out and speak to touch some of my brothers and sisters out there that work, the hard working individuals out
that
there,
you
like
got to look at them.
these
Camp.
the students going to school. I want you to get your education, but I want you to think about while you're going to work and that you want to own a company. You just don't want to be work. You just what you want to own. You want to work for yourself.
Mm.
I want you to think more of an entrepreneur
Entrepreneur.
and run your own thing. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to get a job and understand it, but master that and because what you can do for that company, you can do for yourself.
Mm.
And that's the mindset that we have to have, that we're gonna be the owner of the company, not the employee.
Right.
That's
Right.
my gift to you tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful gift. You know what I mean? If used wisely, you know, it definitely can make a mean difference in anyone's
Exactly.
life. You know,
Exactly.
and entrepreneurship is always a good thing. You know, but you have to find your way. You know, do your research. You know, take your time. Don't be afraid to do something different. You know, don't be afraid to do something new. You know what I mean? And you don't have to wait till someone else come up with an idea and then you think you can capitalize off their idea. Listen to your own imagination. Look around. See what's needed. You know what I mean? We've been consumers for so long. It's time for us to start producing something. You know, if we can produce positive minds, that's a beautiful thing.
Yes, indeed.
You know,
I agree with that.
yeah, you know, but production is really important just as much as consumerism. You know, for real. You know, so yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we out with the new year. We out of here with Biden, and we in with Trump. So get on your march, get set. You know, it's about to take off. You know, so you know what it is. You know who he is and what he intend to do. So we need to get ready. People, get ready. There was a song by one of my favorite guys called Curtis Mayfield. People, get ready.
Mm.
There's a train a coming.
You won't hear that type of music.
You
But it
understand
wasn't
me?
on Stacks.
Yes.
It was on Stacks.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, Curtis Mayfield. But yeah,
People
and
get
Isaac
ready.
Hayes was on Stacks too,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, we don't play that type of music no more, man. You know, we don't even listen to it, you know.
That we haven't worked for and earned, some things get cut. So get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready for the situation, baby.
But you really don't have to worry about none of that if you just follow your own dreams. And like I always say, and I say I've heard it, a wise man once told me, if you're not at the table, you own the table.
Hello.
So you know what I mean? I'm not going, I'd rather go and grab me a seat at the table, you understand me, instead of waiting on something to fall off the table. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, we had to get out that mindset and think of doing for ourselves, doing for self. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Self-preservation. They say that's one of the first laws of nature.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So you have to do for self. You don't have to, if you're looking for something, then you can only be disappointed if somebody don't give it to you because you're looking for it. You know what I mean? Instead of let me go get what's mine.
Yeah.
I'm here. The free ride was over once you got here. The pain to enter the pain to come to earth didn't even you didn't feel a thing. You know what I mean? Yet, you know, yet our parents, they felt it. My mother felt it. She felt the pain giving birth to me. So it didn't even cost me nothing to get here.
Mm.
You know what I mean? She paid the price. You understand me? But yeah, and that's very important, that we keep our minds straight. You know what I mean? Quit looking for somebody to give you anything. You know what I mean? For real. Because if somebody giving you something, they're gonna give you the rules to it as well. You know what I mean? So just go to school and think positive and be positive. You don't even have to meet the stereotypes. You can look at them and laugh, say that's so not me. You know what I mean? For real. And be the best person you can be. That's my advice for real.
Yeah. That's a good advice. And like I said, stay ready. You got to get ready. You're behind. You need to stay ready.
Right.
Stay ready, perform. Be ready to do what you need to do to make it.
Yeah.
And that's the energy you need to keep for the new year.
Yeah. And we got to save our children. We got to. That's our future. We got
Yes,
to.
got to love
We
the
got
children,
to
got to
save.
save the children.
We got to save them from saving themselves for real. Sometimes you can stand back and say, I ain't gonna say nothing for so long, but then sometimes you have to take a stand. You got to pick a side. You know what I mean? You either with the destruction or you with the building.
That's right.
You know, build and destroy. You know, it's total opposites, polar opposites. You know what I mean? So, you know, and I think the majority of us that's watching this, you know, we rather build than destroy. And if we is destroying something, it's only bad behavior. You know what I mean? We're gonna destroy that type of myth, you know, because we good people. We loving people, trusting, and all that. You know, we've been, you know, basically taught not to trust each other, not to trust this, but it ain't even about that. You know, it's more so about just, you know, being the best person that you can be. Because you're only here for a certain amount of time. Your expiration date come, you know, you checking out of here. You know, the doctors can only do so much, but when it's time to go, it's time to go. You know, and we start walking towards death the day we was born. You know what I mean? So some of us didn't, you know, got more days than others. But, you know, let's just use our days wisely. You know what I mean? And we'll see many more New Years. But let's make a difference more so than anything else.
I agree with that because I'm in my fourth quarter.
Hey, man,
and,
listen, how old is you, cuz?
I'm 62,
62.
working on 63 in a couple of
now.
months. Yeah,
Come on now. Man.
We got to keep, to keep going. And
Wow.
and I'm working on my legacy is to give back to the children, to give back to the young, and to see that you guys take some of this old school energy and make and put it in the pot and stir it up with the rest of them goodies you got, and make something happen for yourself out there. That's my love, and that's my word to you out there.
Man, well, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That's always a blessing to see that. You know what I mean? To hear that, and you know, to know it come from a solid place.
Right.
You know what I mean? To know that it's true. You know, and them kids, you know, out there, the children out there, they definitely gonna be blessed with your presence. You know what I mean? For real.
I'm gonna give it my all every day.
Yeah. And what more can you ask for? And it's just a beautiful thing to see, you know, the people out in Beecher in our community. You know what I mean? How everything come full circle. And you know, it's just it's amazing. You know, it's amazing. But then at the same time, when we look, we see how much work that we have to do everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. We all got to take a stand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. We all have to take a stance, you know, and do the right thing. You know, help these children. You know what I'm saying? And actually help them by setting the example.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, get that respect back from the children. Get it back. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta physically do nothing to get the respect. All they really need to do is see you respecting yourself, and they're gonna respect you as well.
Follow the leader.
Straight up. You know what I mean? For real. Because they can say, well, man, when I get 62, I want to be like that. I would like to look like that. I don't want to look like life got the best of me. You know, it look like you won. You know what I'm saying? You know, for real. 62, you can't tell. You know what I mean? You ain't walking around here, you know, with no what they call the joint, with no chair with wheels on it. You know, but they ain't walking around.
Yeah,
no walker. That's what I mean.
I've been blessed,
you know? Yeah.
And it's you get out of life what you put in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I learned about it in the fourth quarter. You know, it's not how you start this thing they call life. It's it's how you finish it. So, rather you early on successful in your life, and if you are, that's awesome. But if you're a late bloomer and you don't catch it, you don't get the mail yet, and don't read the letter, then you read it late. It's just long as you get on board and stay woke. You won't, you stand a chance of winning out there. So
yeah.
So people get ready.
Yeah. And yeah. And you can win. You know, you can win. You know, it depends on how high you set your goals. But you can win. And I encourage the youngsters, read. Take the time to read. Take your mind, even if you're not in the position to physically take your body to other places. Take your mind through reading. Let your mind expand. You know what I mean? And take journeys, by reading, for real. You'll be surprised at what it can do for you. Because if you can change your thoughts, you can change your environment, for real. Yeah, so that's a beautiful thing. We spoke on positive energy, you know what I mean, and how important it is to give it out, you know what I mean? But also, you will receive what you give,
Exactly.
So when you give positive energy out, you're going to receive positive energy. When you give negative energy out, you're going to get negative energy back. I had a guest, Mr. Charles Cook, last week, and we was talking about, I was saying how he was one of my favorite rappers. And I said, man, when I ran to him, I said, man, why you don't spit the music you was spitting? He said, man, he said, now the joint I wanted everybody to check out was called Real. He got an album called REAL, and it's the acronyms, abbreviations for realizing everybody ain't loyal.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you, you know what I'm saying, he went in and he handled their business on the tracks. You know, he was talking about his life and what he was going through. But he said, man, every time I write that type of music, I find myself going through that. And then we was talking about the power of spells, you know, spelling words, spell, you know, the words, and you speaking things up. When you roll it off tip of your tongue, it becomes your reality. And, you know, oftentimes it will be, you know, and a lot of times, you know how they say, you have not because you ask not, you know.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of times, you know, you say, well, I ain't got this, I ain't got that. But you probably ain't never even said, I want that, you know, out loud. You know what I mean? You know, you probably told yourself in your mind, I can't have that. You know, out loud, no, I can never have that. Well, guess what? You never will. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but speaking things into existence and speaking positive words and having positive affirmations are very important. And I like to take that into the new year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Speaking positivity, and when you see people, you know, when you come across them, making sure that the positive energy is being exchanged. You know,
Right.
because generally the way you when you meet someone or the way you greet someone, I'll say greet. The way you greet someone is what you gonna get back.
Mm.
So, you know, if you got your face all tore up and you mean mugging, you know, you're gonna get mugged back at. You know what I'm saying? But it don't hurt nobody's smile. It ain't even actually they say it take less muscles in your face to smile than it do if you frown.
That's right.
You know, yeah, it take more. It's harder to call yourself looking hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. When you know you ain't finna do nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
You've been fooled.
You've been, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So smile more. You know what I mean? And you never know who paying attention to your smile. Smile more, and then you'll get more smiles coming back at you. You know, for real.
Exactly.
But yeah, so you know, well, anything you want to touch on relating to the negative. I mean, relating to the positive energy.
I just want to say to everybody that's listening and to all of my family and friends. I know a lot of people. I just want you to keep faithful within yourself and believe in you, believe in your family, believe in each other. I think that strength comes in numbers. When there's a lot of us, the more of us that's stop. We're not in a competition with each other.
For real.
We want to win this thing, together as a team. So let's all stick our hands together and circle up, show some love in the community. I think particularly the Beecher community, I see the love is coming, the build is rebuilding. I see a lot of hugs. I see people giving high fives, and just the basketball team has brought Beecher back together. The unity, the championships, and the 8 championships in the last 10 years. That's totally awesome.
Yeah.
So we're coming back, and it's not just the Beecher community. We just want to come back for all of my peoples all the way around the world. We want to get it together and get back where we were. And get what's ours and get what belongs to you.
Yeah. I agree with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's a beautiful thing. Just seeing that we really have to pour into them children, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for real. Because when we see the children, we looking at our future. You know, we looking at our future. You know, they will one day, be our personal representatives. You know, for real. And so, if while you have the opportunity to make a difference, I think we all should use that opportunity to make a difference, and not just our lives, but any life that we come across, in a positive way, And so yeah, I got Mr. George Grundy the second. This is the last show of the year for Lessons with Larry. And I'd like to ask him, to come join us and,
Okay.
yeah, speak on some of the positive energy or positive things he like to speak into existence. And dealing with with the new unknown year that should be approaching all of us. Hopefully, hopefully we all see it.
So 2025 for me, because so we look at the temperature or what's going on with the politics and with racial tensions and with economic tensions. That's stuff that worries people that don't have a goal, that don't have a purpose, that all they do is follow. But when it comes to certain people that look, you're gonna create a bridge in the middle of the ocean to get to the other side. All it is opportunity.
Right.
And for me, it's opportunity. I don't care who's in office. I don't care who's doing what. I don't care if the Russian oligarchs came over here. I'm gonna figure out how to figure something out
Right.
under whatever leadership on the majority goes on while protecting mine. So what I'm speaking in based on what you're saying is that Out of the Mud is going to be one of those organizations that's like Joshua when his brother sold him into slavery, and then he ended up being the person over the Egyptian stockpile for the 7 years of famine. So when black folks can't figure out what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, and where they voice at Out of the Mud is gonna say, "Hey, come on over here, we got you." Because we're going to lead you into the promised land because we understand how things run, how they work, and negotiate and do good business. And if people don't want to do good business, we understand the other side too.
Well, good business. Oh yeah, okay. Well, good business that resonates a lot with me with your good character. You know what I mean? Because if you got a solid character, you ain't really got to worry about doing no bad business.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I had one time I had to tell a gentleman. And I'm like, it's a short story, but I'm gonna make it even shorter. But I just had to tell the gentleman, hold on, man, I'm an honorable man. Hold on, I don't care what you talking about. I'm an honorable man. Meaning I stand on honor. I ain't, I'm not just, no, I ain't trying to, I'm honorable. You don't have to know me. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? And I meant that because that's what not only what I portray, that's what I am. That's what I made myself become. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it wasn't by mistake. For real.
Understood.
And I think we all got that in us.
Out of the mud.
Real,
Out of the mud.
Yeah, we didn't get here by accident.
Oh no, and it ain't by chance we still here.
Right.
There's a plan. You know what I mean?
Amen,
And you part
amen.
of it. If you still here, you part of that plan.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm with you.
Yeah, facts.
Al Kessel, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm with you too. Yeah, straight up. You know what I mean? So it's just a beautiful thing when we can, end the year, looking back on the year, not really tripping on what happened last year because if it happened last year, it's gone forever. You know what I mean? The only thing you can do is look forward to what's finna be. What's not finna be. I apologize. I regress. What's going to be. Straight up.
If I could, I want to put out some positive energy and some prayers out for my little brother Javon Cooper.
Yes, sir.
So Out of the Mud wouldn't even be here without him because me and James Mayfield met because of George Cooper, and he's fighting for his life right now up at Hurley. And so I just want folks to send him out some positive energy and pray for his recovery.
Yeah, facts.
So he can have a dynamic 2025.
Yes. We'd love to have him in 2025 and many years to come.
Yeah.
For real. God willing.
Because his daughter need him.
Yeah, for real. Man. Yeah, Yeah, that's a good gentleman. And my prayers go out for him. You know what I mean? For real. And I'm definitely man, I'm saddened by it, But I'm saddened by it. That's just some man. Anyway.
I'm believing that he gonna because look, this thing about Cooper, he's had about 3 maybe 4 times where the doctor was like, we don't know what we about to do. This man, look, he to this, to that, this ain't gonna happen, blah, and then he be like, Poop. Y'all say what?
Okay.
Say what?
Let's get it.
Say what?
Yeah, let's get it.
So I'm saying if anybody,
okay, it can be him. That's right. We ain't ready for you to go nowhere. Stick on around, George, for real, straight up.
Yeah.
Well, the doctor can only do so much, but man, upstairs is the judge.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
and he most definitely makes the doctor think about God.
Yeah,
because they don't know
how. Like you can't explain it else other than that.
Like I remember he telling the story that they were looking at him and it's like, how is he still talking? His vitals say you're dead. You're supposed to not even be talking to us. And he's like, okay, I know what my vitals say. I'm reading them just like you are, but I'm still here. So,
yeah, that's right. That's right. Brother, we're gonna definitely speak some positivity for brother George. Straight up.
Our prayers
George
well.
Cooper. Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah. Wow. That took. Yep.
But man, y'all was talking. I don't know if y'all want to talk about it, but y'all was telling a story about a haircut.
Oh,
I don't know if y'all want to go on that because that was a funny story.
Yeah, go ahead.
It-
Go
I
ahead.
want to get into that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because you know, that barbershop deal, man, you know, you almost go in there, brother. You might have to take directions in there. You
Wow.
got to write it down.
Hey, no, you better write it down because they can lean on their own understanding real fast.
Barbershop ain't
Hey,
what it used to be. You used to go in there and get a bunch of knowledge. You could hear good stories and learn something. You better go in the barbershop and be aware. Because the person that's cutting your hair might be higher than the kite.
Wow.
Especially since we smoking weed is legal.
Wow.
Hey, what you say, cuz? You looked up, he done pulled out a can of spray paint.
I went in to get a haircut and he spray painted my whole forehead. He gave me an Earl Shot job. You remember that paint shop?
Yeah, Earl Shot. $99 down.
Yeah, $99 flat out.
He said something. My wife was upset when I got back. She said, "What happened to you?"
Say your whole face.
So, you was looking like the Hammerberg brick.
Man,
You over there on Hammerberg,
yeah.
bro? He painted you like that.
Man, no,
I mean,
you
painted
paint. So you can get feeling this stuff out.
Yeah,
He done painted your line, your hairline,
Yeah.
and everything. They be chalking you out and everything.
Yeah,
Have
bro.
you looking crispy as
They be roped off like it was a homicide or
Oh,
something.
wow.
You got it roped
straight up.
and painted me in like Jamie Foxx, man. Pardon the body Fox, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
Right.
These days, barbershop ain't what it used to be.
Because, you know, barbers need to drop too. You know, you go to the hospital, everybody got to have it. You got to take a
Drug
drug.
test.
Everybody got to take a drug test. What's wrong with the barber dropping? Okay. Bro, because I went in the haircut went in the barbershop to get a haircut one day, and the brother gave me 2 parts on the side of my head. And he had been cutting my hair for 2 years in a row.
I guess that was the anniversary part.
I don't know what part of the game that he thought he was in when he said, "Wait, he put that in there," you know. And then he said, "Oh, my bad, bro. Yo, bad."
Got you looking like you ready to go on Star Trek or something.
2-year business relationship down the tubes.
Yeah, 1 part for 1 year, the second part for the second.
That's what we did. Departed.
Yeah.
Departed.
Each other. Brother, I'm done.
Yeah, it's over.
Over.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know,
Yeah,
that's bad. You got to be careful at the barbershop because if they get into any kind of subjects, you know, and you're next in line, and you just happen to sit in the chair when the subject gets started, you're not going to get to cut your act for.
So has this been your worst haircut?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
hands down.
Yeah, I mean, I just go in. I thought I was in a body shop. I thought he was spraying me with hair sheen. You know, I got in the car. My wife goes, "What happened to you?" I'm like you lost a bet or something. You know, let me look in the mirror. And you know, he didn't give me the mirror. You know, because we'd have fell out right there in the chair.
Hey, what he did, he popped the cape and told the next man, "Come on."
He gave me the business, man.
wow. You got any bad barber experiences you like to share?
I ain't got nothing I want to share, man. I just cut my own joint, man.
It was that bad? Did you just do it yourself?
Yeah, man. Because I did that. Now, for the record, even though I wear a bald head, my hair will grow. You know what I mean? I was getting a little light, and when I was getting a little light in the corners. You know, so I'm like, man. I said, man, if I keep letting this individual cut my hair, he gonna have me looking like a Pontiac symbol. I got a widow's peak, and he kept pushing back and going back, and every time he trying to make it look, because I'm coming every once a week, and he trying to make it look like he's so fresh every week, so he's still going back and going back and going back to where my forehead started looking real big. So I say, okay, I know when to tap out. You know, I'm not gonna pay you to butcher me, and then I'm gonna pay you so I can go tell everybody that I run into that I messed up my hair. That I messed up my hair. I got to take the blame for you because I refuse to say somebody else did it. You know what I mean? So I just, started just doing the old Gillette, profusion, do that thing and call it a day.
Yeah. My worst was when I lived in Atlanta. I had super long hair, man. My afro was out the way out. It was like a 70s fro. And my braids was coming down like Bone Thugs and Harmony. And so I went to go get it just shaped up because the edge just wanted my fro to be super round.
But you got Ludacris down there at that time.
Yeah,
he was rocking the afro.
It was around that time. It was around that time. And my hair was just as long as his, if not longer.
Okay.
And this dude cut my hair into an oblong, shape
He
something.
probably was jealous.
I was in the chair for like 2 hours.
Oh no, that's because
Just
he was
for a
trying to
trimmer,
make up
just
for
for
that.
a
He
trimmer.
knew he had messed up,
Yeah.
so he just trying to make it.
Buying some time.
Right.
You know, and so I was so upset. I said, "Man, you want me to pay for this?" He said, "Well, I spent all it." I said, "Look, do you see my hair?"
Man.
And so I don't know these guys, you know. So I wasn't trying to get jumped, and
Did you wind up paying for it?
I didn't pay full. I know I paid him some, but I ain't pay him all the money
Okay.
that
So you
he
put it in
wanted.
layaway.
And then I was making a scene, so whoever owned the shop was like, "Man, you messed this man's head up."
Yeah.
So I'm getting clowned as I'm walking out the door. People just laughing under their breath and everything. And I go home. My cousin, Beecher Buck, Ronald Allen, and you know, like his nickname used to be Psycho. I get there and he just died. He took pictures of it and everything. I'm like, man, look,
You ain't got none of them flicks I can put on, you know,
man.
lessons with Larry.
Nah,
It don't hurt now. If you pull your phone out,
man,
I'll put it right up to the camera. You understand me? And show the people.
Nah, for real. He's like, cuz you want to go back up there?
So in the ATL, that happened in the ATL.
This happened in Atlanta. Bad haircut in the land of hair. Like how?
I mean, no, because see, back in the day, the land of hair was actually Detroit for real.
Yeah, but
know,
this
that
was
was
like
the hair
2000,
capital. You know what I'm
2001.
talking about? For women, all the hair shows. You remember, you know, Atlanta would have some hair shows too, but we would, you know.
But they was no. I mean, it's a black mecca too. Now
Oh,
Detroit
yeah.
is a certain flavor.
Yeah.
You know, Atlanta is too. But I'm saying it shouldn't have. The man needs.
Well, nevertheless, okay, your hair didn't grew back. Well, you don't wear it like that no more. So you know, the barber. I'm sure he didn't retire by now. You understand me? He didn't butcher the wrong
So
person.
He sent
may
you
not
out there
longer
on the
be with us.
BGs, huh?
Man, look,
Staying alive. Staying alive. Ha,
So-
ha, ha.
Yeah, that was all I was hearing was
That's
ha
crazy.
ha ha.
Yeah, they laughing on man. That's all cold. But yeah, so you know, we're gonna try to bring some, and another thing, bring some healthy humor into 2025. Which you know what I'm saying. Let's take some of that in there. You know, a little dose of healthy humor in your pocket don't hurt.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For real. Because sometimes
Good prescription.
Sometimes you have to laugh, keep from crying.
That's
you
right.
dig? For real. You know what I mean?
What's that scripture say? Laughter make merry. Drinks. How's it go? Say money answers all things is the end of the scripture. It's like wine maketh merry, laughter is good for the soul, and money answers all things. Y'all say y'all ain't heard that scripture?
No. It wasn't that one. We wasn't laughing around the house. Mama whoop your ass. Whoop your ass. You ain't laughing about no scripture. You ain't laughing about none of that. You dig? Not in the AB house. You dig?
No.
No, that was one that wasn't.
I'm talking about you had mandatory things around there. You know, believing in God was one of them.
You better know it. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you had the devil in you, she gonna whoop it up out you. You dig? Yeah, I'm in my line.
No, you ain't.
You dig? She gonna whoop it up out you. But yeah, that's a beautiful thing. But yeah, so this has been episode 33 of Lessons with Larry. You know what I mean? I had enjoyed myself, with Calvin Clemmons, and George F. Grundy II.
I enjoyed myself being with you two guys.
Yes,
every
sir.
time I come down as a guest, it's always
hey
cool.
man, you're always welcome, man. It's always a blessing to have your presence for real. And the thing about the newest board member of Beecher Schools, that's beautiful, cuz that's man, that's commendable. That's I know, just like it shocked me, not like it shocked me like you're not capable of being one of the best board members there, but it just shocked me because that's the direction you went in when you didn't have to. You know what I mean? You didn't have to. So
right, I want to give back.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And giving back is something that we all must do. We all had to, we can't look at the kids and shake our heads. We got to look at the kids and say, what can we do?
How can we help?
Yeah, what can we do? How can we help them? How can we change their reality?
It's no longer not your business.
Right. You can't keep closing your door and closing your curtains and think, it's no longer, you can't take it's not my business approach.
Yeah. We have to fill the seats when the kids are sports and all of that. We got to get out and support. We got to get out there.
That's the sports is that's one thing. If anything that would keep them on the positive force, on the positive path. However, the sports, it do dictate, some type of where they had to definitely some dang, we were um discipline.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
discipline. There you go. Okay, so discipline. You got to have discipline in sports, and that's a great thing. It do
Right.
teach that, and it teach working together. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So they give you a sense of community. So it always it plays a part. But more importantly, and what needs to go along with that is etiquette with our children, respect, and teaching them the basic fundamentals of life. You know what I mean? And making sure that they got that. Make sure they equipped with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, because a lot of things are, not to cut you,
no,
but a lot of things that are required in school doesn't actually assist you. And once you cross the bridge to reality, into the real
real
world,
life.
and I get what you're putting down, and that's what we need to work on. And those are one of the things that I'll be bringing to the table in discussions and trying to get open up. How can we help these children? How can we help them? How can we more prepare them for young fatherhood, for hope preventive measurements, not to be a young father, but if so, let them know this is how we
Yeah, and
do
you have
this.
to. If you have this child, you have to raise this
Yeah,
child.
yeah. So,
You know what I mean? You have to. You know what I mean? It's your responsibility. That's when things get real. You
and
know
you
what
got
I
to be
mean?
friends. You got to be, if you don't like the girl you father the child with, that's got to be a friendship there
Right.
to be compatible enough to raise this kid, because he or she didn't actually
That's
be
to
here.
be
So the
right.
two of you got to come together on solid ground and get along to make sure that he or
For the
this kid.
betterment of the child.
That's right.
And that's all that matters at the end of the day.
And we want that. And I want to reach out to the young brothers that's being great fathers, because we have some real high numbers statistically with young men being better fathers. They actually been single
For real.
fathers. There've been
Serious.
more single fathers in this world. And we want to acknowledge and give you a shout out.
Shout out.
I respect you and honor that, brother. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we see you.
We see you.
Yeah, we
Right.
see you.
So,
Most definitely.
And anything we can do to aid, and help, you know what I'm saying? We definitely will play our part, for real.
Now, before you quit, I gotta get this. I had to get the scripture out because I done said it and messed it up. But it's Ecclesiastes 10:19.
okay.
Ecclesiastes 10:19. That is Ecclesiastes 10:19, the King James version. And we have, a feast is made for laughter, and wine make it merry, but money answereth all things. That's it.
Okay.
That was a mic dropping moment because, that's cool. Yeah.
Say it all, right?
That's what it say. That's what it say. You know what I mean? But yeah, so with that being said, I'm gonna also send a special shout out to Lots of Love Mentors for Success. The young men, everybody got A's and B's on their report card.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Man, they
Incredible.
doing real
Congratulations.
good. Oh wow.
Good work.
I'm so proud of them. I'm serious. One day I'm gonna have to see if I can get them up on the show, try to have an early show and invite them up here. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that.
I'd like to meet some of those young
Yeah,
men.
man, you would. I'm looking forward to it. For real. And you'll know them when you meet them. For real. But they doing real excellent in school, and they becoming mentors. They actually, they ain't walking the walk. I mean, they ain't talking the talk. They walking the walk.
That's all.
And they becoming mentors through examples of their own actions.
That's good.
For real.
Good. And that's brand. That's good stuff right there. Getting these young men together, got them looking good, wearing ties, talking professionals, looking straight up, stand up, be accounted for.
Yeah, be ready for business. I mean, that's like, for instance, if you go into the bank, don't leave your kids in the car. Take them in the bank with you. Let them know that you welcome to go up in there, because you got business too.
Mm-hmm.
You may have business to tend to. You may have small people business. Like, I'm gonna get you. If I'm gonna get myself together and I'm finna go take care of business, then let me get you together so you can take care of business with me, because you can see this is the way it go. You know what I mean?
So they can be more than just a worker.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want you to feel out of place in foreign places. But you feel at home and you feel comfortable in places that you've been. So I'm gonna take you in the bank. I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna take you there. We can go in this big building. I don't care how many floors it got. We can go up to the top. Let's go.
You belong in the bank because that's where the money is.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. That's.
I mean, if you're gonna be out here making things happen, then you're gonna keep on making transactions.
Yeah.
And understand money.
And understand it.
And let's teach another thing for 2025. Let's give our children a greater sense of money. A greater sense of money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Let's definitely, let's teach them the importance of, just because you get some money, don't mean you got to spend it immediately. Hold on to your money. Learn how to make your money work for you. You know what I mean?
That's all right. That's
Learn
all
how to
right.
make your money work for you. Don't keep working hard for your money. To the children. You know what I mean? I don't care if you got a paper route. Learn how to, get a paper route and sell potato chips. You know what I'm saying? Sell healthy snacks at school. Or whatever. If you see the void, then fill the void. Supply and demand. And that's it. For real.
And that being said, I just had a conversation today with a guy who wrote a book about financial literacy, and he's going to be presenting some stuff here on Out of the Mud in the near future.
Okay, well, that's great. That's great.
Awesome.
And then hopefully we can tune in and support this show, and because we all can learn things about financial literacy. That's very important. But we need to teach them the importance of money. The kids have to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if all they do is see us spin, make it spinning, then they're gonna perpetuate that same cycle.
Yeah. Well, our money only lasts 6 hours in our community, so as we make it.
Well, show me where it
6
says
hours now.
Only
I think
way
6
I'm gonna
hours
say
a bit much.
No,
I
he
don't think
might
it
be
lasts
on
that
some. No,
long.
I'm gonna tell you what you say that not that long.
No,
I was just gonna say
2 to 3 hours.
if it lasts 6 hours, that means you keep it in your pocket. You know what I mean? Because you don't have no bunch of places that you can go spend it, and it's gonna recycle itself and come back to you anyway. The majority of the places that we spend the money at, you wind up going, money wind up going and leaving.
But I take that back. You might be right. I'm just thinking about it. I read
6 hours.
I read
Okay.
it. You may be right because with other nationalities, I think there was days that the money stayed in their community. Was it Jews and
Like 29 days.
Woo.
Yeah. I mean, what that means, that's a lot of businesses. That means they can go to a Jewish tailor. They can go to this type of tailor. They can go to a restaurant. They can go to this. They can go to that. And it stays right within the community,
Right.
Which affects the tax basis, which affects the schools, so
It affects the whole economy.
I promise you it
and
do.
the upbringing and the men. I mean, the atmosphere, the tone that people was. You put people in struggling situations, and you got some that got to figured it out, and then you got the person that's beneath you looking at you like you're an apple, like you something they need to rob, And we don't need to feel that way.
No.
We need to I don't want you to get mad at me. Get like me. You know what I'm saying? If you speak to me and talk to me, I can help you.
Hey, I can do flat out. I mean, but we have to. So that means we have to retrain ourselves.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We definitely have to retrain ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah. With that being said, we don't know how long we've been on.
So right at 52, we got 8 minutes left.
Oh, we got 8 minutes left. Okay.
Yeah, I want to bring up this chart before we get off about how
Okay.
long the money lasts. So just
So
talk
we
a
sure
little
like
bit
to
more.
back it up with facts. You know what I mean? So share that on the screen.
That's right, Mr. Grundy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. See, the truth can stand to be tested. It's it's a lot. Truth can stand to be tested. For real. So yeah, when you say it, you can play it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, he working on that. So if you can just be patient with us a little bit. If you're still hanging in there. If not, if not, then I'll see you later. It's been nice. It's been real. It's definitely been nice. Been real. I appreciate the time you spent.
Right.
Hopefully you got something from it. Like I said, chew on the meat, spit out the fat.
That's right.
But you ain't getting a lot of fat on this meat. Straight up. We're just gonna give it to you raw. You want to have a whole lot of seasoning on it either.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. You say 6 hours. You want to read it? Or what you putting it up?
Because it's one that shows each community.
Okay, well let's just
Each community.
let's just start with
let's
just start with this one of the 6 hours because that's what we spoke on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to worry about everybody else. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You're too busy looking at everybody else. You ain't gonna see none of your flaws.
Mm.
Thank you, God. I think I might have.
Hey, you're showing it to the viewers.
I'm going to as soon as it.
Yeah.
Soon as it goes.
Yeah. But I'm sure 6 hours. That's
so. Here we go. I'm about to share.
Okay.
Okay. So what it says here? What is
Roll
circulation?
All the way to the top. Let's see the people so they can get the image too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Seasoned Gives. This is a .org. So this is a nonprofit website. What is circulation of our dollar? Circulation of our dollar initiative, a transformative effort examining the economic health and historical disempowered Black communities. We explore the impact of regenerative versus extractive economics on on the circulation of money within these communities. Currently, the Black dollar circulates only 6 hours within the Black community, highlighting a deep-rooted economic disparity. Our initiative aims to address intentional spending and support as key components to shift economic destitution in low income households. The duration of the dollar stays within a community. The duration a dollar stays within a community is crucial for understanding its economic health. Comparatively, the Black dollar circulates much shorter than other communities, such as 28 days in the Asian community, 19 days in the Jewish community, and 17 days in the white community.
So the Asian community hold on to their money the longest.
Based on what they're saying.
But see, they know about the importance of economic health and how it is important to keep that money within your community. As many times you can circulate, that brings wealth to your community. You know, I remember being in Flint, and we used to be one of the richest communities. You know what I mean?
Period.
And I remember growing up, and you seen a lot of businesses, you know, owned by people that look just like you.
Right.
And that money stayed right within the community because they actually stayed in our community.
That's right.
You know what I mean? This is what I seen as a child, you know, growing up, and I didn't see nothing wrong with it, but I did see it change. And then I'm like, hold on, this ain't, whoa. You know, then when you get to looking at these statistics, then, you know, obviously from the little short time that I've been here, you know what I mean, to now, and me seeing the difference in how, you know, how the pendulum swung, you know, it was a demonstration put into play, you know, right after what I was seeing. You know, because why would it, for what other reason would it change so drastically in our community and not others?
But it's so drastic that it's like it's worse than life support. That means that you just bleeding out and you don't even have a life support. You're just bleeding out and just waiting to die.
No, actually, we probably
6 hours.
No. Listen, we just all walking around with our pockets been hit with straight razors. No sooner they go in, it runs straight
6 out. That means there's no infrastructure of support.
Right.
That means that it doesn't matter if you go to church. The church can't save you when it comes to economics because there's nothing to save. There's no the church don't have we don't have False Avenue with a credit union no more. We don't have the preachers and ministers that have businesses anymore. We don't have entrepreneurs with restaurants and so on and such no more. All that stuff is gone. The number man don't transition his money to something else no more. They don't go, they ain't here no more. And so everybody exploits and exposes all the stuff that we do in order to survive because we were put in situations to survive. But everybody else, the triad ain't going nowhere. The Jewish mafia ain't going nowhere. Yeah. The Anglo-Saxons ain't going nowhere.
But see, I find it difficult to compare us to other people like that. I mean, other things, because we got our own issues. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on with us.
It is.
You know, and it's a lot that can't nobody fix but us. You know, can't nobody come in and fix us. That's what we waiting on somebody to come and fix our situation.
I ain't.
You know, I'm not saying you and I per se, but I'm saying
I know what you're saying, but I'm standing on this business right here out of the mud.
Okay.
For one. And then the other stuff I do with the veteran stuff, with the veterans are now, I'm not waiting nobody to say. You know, I'm positioning those that had an understanding that's initiated to the knowledge to where we gonna make sure that we good, and those that understand where we at are gonna be good too. In a collective, knowing that Black folks is gonna do for Black folks.
Right, but strength come in numbers, my friend.
Yes, sir.
And, facts. And the numbers that you have over there is what the numbers you have. You know what I'm saying? Right. But when we speak globally about our people, we don't trust each other, and we need to pull together. See, when we speak of times that Larry spoke in the rearview mirror about how up the community was, how there was a Black restaurant here, a Black car wash, Dean's Grill here. You had a grocery store. Jared Brothers had this, you know, right. and people was in. Even if people got into it, if say there were relationship problems on the street, families would get together and cook food for the husband and wife to get back together, not to divide.
Right. Huh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Huh, man.
That's when the family stayed together. See that, and that's what we need. That's what we don't have. But the money, Flint right now is a gold mine, and we don't even. Some people, I'm conscious of it, but we need to buy up some things because what we're talking about, we need to take care of it.
Right.
Because right now, this poverty situation we got, buy this land.
Right.
Buy this land. Okay, that's
I'm
the
with
first thing some of the slaves, when they got free, when they got to Massachusetts, they got them some property.
They did.
They knew.
So,
I mean, ownership. You gotta own something.
So
I mean, for real.
Within 10 years after deconstruction, they had gathered more wealth than they had the whole time of slavery.
Some of them got more wealth in generation to them we have what's going on today that haven't been enslaved.
Today.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. So we are our own situation. We got to fix our own problem. It's internal.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with nothing you said.
You're waiting on, like Malcolm said, you're waiting on the folks to come down and fix you?
Nope.
Right.
I listen to
little old you in big old America.
I listen to,
you got a long wait.
I listen to Malcolm so much that I even believe what he said about the white liberal.
Well, listen, that might be another show. I mean, I ain't saying nothing. I mean,
and look, the views and opinions that I just spoke is George F. Grundy II, and I stand on what I said.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with stand on it.
But I'm saying, I'm speaking unity to the people. We need to educate our people. We need to educate
and see, that's the problem. See, I believe a distraction come in when we talk about, okay, this is what we need to do. But then when we talking about it, we talking about what has been done or what someone else has done. But this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm ready to help.
And then, I mean, so, we just need, and that's why I say we need to teach our children. Amen. Because see, they got more days probably, they're going to see more days than we probably going to see moving forward. Mm-hmm. So we need to teach them. Right. And, for real, straight up. And, hold on, that's just like, if you ask a child today, hey, somebody used to come pump your gas for you. You just pull up at the gas station, they call it the filling station. They're going to wipe your windows, check your oil if you ask, and pump your gas.
Yes.
They'd be like, well, what planet was you on? That don't happen. Because they never seen it. They never seen it.
Used to never be prepaid.
Right. It wasn't no prepaid. The pump stayed on. Right. And it was a trust. It was a trust, system. Yeah. You know what I mean? You put $2 in, you better pump $2. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But they trusted you to do that. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, times change. And it just goes to show how if you wasn't here during those times, you didn't see it. So therefore, just because you didn't see it don't mean that it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Right. And so, we know what the problems are. There's no shortage of that. But, we need to come with viable solutions that we're actually going to move on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Viable solutions that we're going to say, okay, well, like I said, I can't change the world. But if I change me and, and I can change, if I can change me and influence those around me, then that's my contribution. You know what I mean? That's my contribution. If it can go bigger than that, then I'm great with it.
That's a great start, though.
Yeah, you got to start with yourself. Yes, so once you know what I'm saying, make yourself honorable. Make yourself somebody who want to do business with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stop all the backbiting. Stop all finding some flaws and finding something wrong with somebody. Man, take care of your business and take care of your home. You know what I mean? And once you get that together, then, if you get good at that, then reach somebody else in the community. You know what I mean? And teach them, what you learn.
Right. I'm with y'all. What y'all saying?
So 25. That's what we pushing for.
What y'all saying?
That's what we doing.
The beautiful part of this country is the paperwork. If you do your paperwork, then folks can't do what they want to do to you because your paperwork's right. So my thing is, 10 years I've been doing this thing with the nonprofit. My organization has serviced over 50,000 residents in the city of Flint. I've had people threaten my life, literally, and all kinds of things in between and beyond that. And I'm still here. So
it wasn't up a threat. Okay.
Exactly. So I'm saying I still move forward because my paperwork has always been right.
Well, but even getting to the paperwork, you have to, but see, there we go. We putting the carriage in front of the paperwork.
I'm listening.
We putting the carriage in front of the carriage in front of the horses instead of the horses in front of the carriage. Now the paperwork. But before we get to paperwork, we first got to deal with character. First thing was because it ain't gonna make no difference about now piece of paperwork if your character ain't right. So I ain't talking about you in particular. I'm just speaking in general. As
I need you to be more specific on that because it sounds like me.
no, but see, you taking it like that because we speaking to a whole community. This is just
Okay.
not a me and you conversation. But me, you, and Calvin, we actually, speaking out. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to, like you say, paperwork, and I say, before we get to the paperwork, let's get ourselves right so we can make it to the paperwork and make the paperwork right. You know what I'm saying? But we so far off internally, just with ourselves, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To where that needs to be addressed, here and now. And then you teach them kids, and then they can grow up and they can see what progress look like. You can show it to them. You know what I mean? Straight up in real time.
He's right.
So, I'm not taking nothing because you're right. You are absolutely right about the paperwork, but it's so many things that need to be taken care of before you even get to that part. You know what I mean? For real. But I'm not speaking on your situation exclusively. I'm not even speaking on that. I'm just saying, but when I heard paperwork and I'm saying, hold up, we got to come back to let's get our minds right. Let's get our agenda right. Let's start walking in the light the way we talking. Let's start walking like we talking. And and things and everything else gonna fall in place for real.
Yes, sir.
It's got to start
Yes,
somewhere.
I totally agree.
So,
yeah.
And I think it is like he said, because the youth become what? The future.
The dopes. The dopes. They gonna become us. We was once youth. They was looking at us one day.
Right. Yeah.
For real.
And going with that, like my organization employed over 100 people, and those were youth during the water crisis and everything. And and now they have their own nonprofits, and now they are doing things. They have moved, So some of them have made mistakes and sat down, and come home now, but others, they got the lessons.
Yeah.
They got the lessons. They got them. They understood them.
But that's what's up. You know what I mean? That's a good
It's
thing.
all right, man. This has been a great conversation, a very positive outgoing. I've gotten a lot out of it tonight.
Yeah,
for sure.
Good thing. Me too. I mean, I learned, like I said, I'm learning too. You know what I mean? I enjoy just being able just to share our thoughts. You know what I mean? And and share the things that's on our mind. Especially going into a new year, because your thoughts become your reality. You know what I mean? For real. Tiny minds take you to tiny places. You know what I mean? For real. So expand your mind and you can go wherever you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And be whatever you want to be. It don't matter.
That's true.
For real.
Well, we're gonna do some great things in 2025.
Yes, we are.
Because we can do this. We can have a dialogue and come to a point of, hey, we still moving forward.
Right. Ain't no question. I mean, that's what we had to learn. We have to, as men. Okay, now, I'm gonna say this right quick. When I look at, like, when they talk about, the new modern family, when they speak of us, if you look at all you gotta do is look at commercials, look at symbolism, and you can actually, dissect and see, which direction, things are really headed in. And if you look at a lot of commercials, I know they ain't gonna take them off just because I said this, but just pay attention when you're watching TV. You will see the nuclear family don't include us as men. They'll have the child, the mama. I seen a commercial where the lady was getting in her car. She was juggling, like, I got to do this and I got to take the kids, drop them off to school. She was, a corporate lady.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm saying, whoa, okay, I know you got to do this, do that, but where the daddy at? And then, when they walk, here's the family. And it's a boy over here, a little girl, and a woman. And ain't no father, no man, nowhere. And I said, okay, we still playing that game. That's the game we'll play. Okay. So we as men, we have to take a stand and, don't let nobody count us out because we are important.
Period.
A child couldn't make it here without us, and it's going to be difficult for them to make it here without us. Do you get it? Mm-hmm. They couldn't make it here without us, but it's difficult for them to make it here without us.
Period.
So yeah. So as an involved father, you know what I mean, and loving the position, you know what I mean, because I know I'm making a difference.
That's all right.
And I'm making my business to make a difference.
You're awesome, Dad. But and that's what we need. And that's what we need.
Yeah, but I seen you as an example, raising your children by yourself. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I'm looking at cuz, I'm like, man, I ain't never, out of all the people I know, you the only man I know that got their child. Except for one other brother, Isaac Meeks. He had his kids too. You know what I'm saying? But you don't hear about that. You don't hear about that. You know what I mean?
Don't travel.
No, good news don't travel. I mean, it burn out real quick, like a dud.
And then they say, from what I heard about statistics, I haven't read them. I just heard them several times that if you line it up number by number, 10 out of 10, 9 times out of 10, the father's households are going to produce better children than the single mother households.
Oh, I think you need the balance of both.
I think that it's a proven fact that the female have done
because because I'm a product.
Like I said, I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it, but far as when it comes to what's been said, and I'll look those statistics up and I'll get them because
I'll tell you
that's
this.
Why I said.
I tell you, ain't nothing like having both. I'll tell you that you can't beat that.
No,
you had both.
I did.
That's
what
I'm saying.
I do have
because
both.
See, one thing both. One thing that both does offer, it offers balance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you got 50% this way, 50% that way. You got the nurturer, you got the disciplinary. You know what I'm saying? It creates that balance. And through the balance, that's how you get a beautiful creation. You know what I mean? And sometimes the balance can be off because I can't teach my daughter how to be a woman. I can't teach her how to deal with your first heartbreak. Hey, I might get personal. I might want to go hurt something. You done hurt my baby, but I can't, and just like that mama, I don't care what she teach that her son, she can't teach him how to be a man. She can just give him the, her example of what she think a man should be, but she can't teach him how to be a man.
And these some conversations that we can go into 2025 and have some, if people got the skin for it and we talk deep into it to see what that look like. I mean, talk to some parents, single parents on both sides of it, and children that grew up on both sides of that, because it's something else in our community. Like for me, I appreciate having both my parents, but it was hell going dealing with that. When I went to Pearson, I was teased for having a dad. I was teased for having a father.
But that's because everybody else around you didn't.
But for me, that was torture, and I had to live through it. But didn't understand it.
And I get
so
that.
I'm saying the conversation. Yeah. But some people similar to me that grew up in Northside Flint, and we grew up together. They became bitter to where they hated black people, to where they'll do whatever they can to make sure ain't nobody gonna win except for them. Because of the teasing, because of these different things, getting beat up. So it's so many dynamics that happens because of how the structures are going to happen, that people create certain calluses in their hearts and their minds and how they do stuff, and they don't come back from those things. Yeah. Like I know of a person that he's extremely successful from under the mud. But you wouldn't know him that he was from here if you saw him, because he's so intelligent and everything that he's accepted that the other side of the world, which is nothing wrong with that. That's where the money is, and those people accept you, and you feel. But you don't even acknowledge your folk at all.
I mean, when you gonna have something just gonna go astray. I mean, so. But for the ones that's sticking around, and you can't see the ones that go astray, you ain't got to worry about them because they ain't gonna be around you no way.
But that's where our power is. If we lose all of our,
but see, let me tell you, everybody can't go. You know what I mean? And that ain't where all our power is. I hate to say, because all our power is through commitment, through really wanting to see sincere change. See, when you go wherever you go, then you turn your back on what you're leaving behind. So you ain't even thinking about that. So why should that be thinking about you? You know what I'm saying? But the thing of it is just getting to the, like I say, again, going right back to the kids, getting right back to them children and teaching them the mindset of, hey, love yourself. You know what I mean? Don't hurt nobody that look like you. Don't hurt nobody, period. You ain't even supposed, you're not here to hurt people. You know what I mean? That ain't what you was born for. You're not in the army, you're not in the service. If that's the case, then go that route. But, learn to love yourself so you can love other people that look just like you. Learn to respect yourself so you can respect other people that look just like you.
Not to cut you off, but at home, he's right.
Yeah, for real. Right. And I'm gonna tell you, not having the father there, not having the father on a daily basis, my mom, she didn't do bad, but could having that father would have did better? Yeah, I think so. Because I would have had an example. I would have had somebody I could look up to. You know what I'm saying? I had to go outside to look up. You know what I mean? And the things I seen outside it took my whole life in a different direction.
Right, but I guess what I'm saying, like things you've been through that make you want to go hang with the Hispanics and just be Hispanic, or hang with the whites and just be white, and have nothing to do with black folk. Period. Like I don't care. Like y'all can all just die. I'm gonna hang over here because I can fit into over there.
Yeah, but he's not confused though.
Yeah, he committed to what he
The
believes.
individual you're talking about is completely confused.
I ain't saying he ain't, but I'm saying that to me that's a tragedy.
I can't worry about that. I mean, because see, if that's the case, you know what they're saying. Hey man, why you ain't over here? Man, gone. You better off where you at. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because you ain't mean it's no good. You ain't mean it's nobody no good. No way. You all for self. So this ain't a self-ish conversation. This is a selfless conversation.
But I do say that a lot of that selfishness that I see from him is because he was ridiculed and teased and
that's whatever. But okay, why you ain't come back and try to help some of the other kids that's being ridiculed and teased?
Okay,
after the fact, after you gone.
And is that your story or his story?
Nah, it ain't my story.
Okay,
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm saying to you, when I'm saying this to you is that where you're bringing it to the table. I'm saying that because seriously, that individual has a problem.
I believe so.
Yeah, that he has to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, kudos to the success. You know what I'm saying? But you look at some of the people that even I don't want to throw Mike out there like that, but just Mike Jackson.
Okay.
I mean, successful, but all the things that he didn't attach himself to, which was family, and all he spread it all away from everything, and he had counted on all of these prestigious things to keep him alive. That's what killed him.
Right.
He had so many demons that when he died, one of his last hits was like, they really don't give a damn about us.
They don't really care about us.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what he just woke up and he went to sleep for life. You know, it's like, boom. As soon as he woke up, he told the world they don't really give a damn about us, and he died. Come on.
Yeah.
Wake up.
I got you.
So, and then, like I say, one of the things that the late great Nipsey Hussle said, you know what I mean, was and I think it was one of the most profound statements, that the man could have said, and what really resonated with me. He said, quote unquote, everybody can't go.
Mm-hmm.
So, that says it all. Everybody can't go. So if you, about want to see your people improve, want to improve your people, and you can start right within your own family. You know what I'm saying? Or start wherever you at, wherever, if with your neighbor, become a community again. You know what I mean? And like I say, and change their minds and change their thoughts, and then we can change our reality, flat out.
Mm-hmm.
So
all right, I'm gonna shut up because we'll keep going.
No, right. Well, yeah. Okay.
Well, you
like I say,
good points.
You made some good points. I mean, and you always got to have a flip side to everything.
That's why I'm willing to listen.
No, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So never, that was a beautiful, I appreciate you sharing that with us. You know what I mean? Because see, we don't know that individual. And it's a good thing we don't know. I mean, because he don't want to be known. So see you later, buddy. Never met you. Glad I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, the case.
And hopefully that that brother can he get some
one
the
day
right
he
kind
might
of help.
see he might be a late bloomer. He may come home late. He may come home a little later on or something. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But that's
discourage you.
Yeah.
He's hurt.
But I'm gonna say this one thing about it: the truth really hurts.
So the money he got, he ain't worried about nothing.
Oh man, money ain't nothing. Money.
I just told you about Mike.
Money
right,
ain't nothing.
right.
Money ain't when it's time to go. Man, you ain't taking nothing with you. I have yet seen a U-Haul in a funeral concession.
Right, it ain't going.
I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. It ain't going with you.
The Pharaohs tried to do it too, and people stole all it.
It don't matter. It's not going with us. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never spent another man's money if it wasn't Uncle George's or Daddy's. So I can care less. About how much he can have. He can have Fort Knox. It don't make no difference. It ain't gonna change nothing. In our life. So what difference will it make?
But I'm saying that the sense of like. Why? Okay, so like if he was to hear me now, he called in like, George, I don't even care about that stuff. You talking
probably ain't
some
listening.
stuff, and look, whatever conversations we had, and I could give a care because I got enough money to do this, that, and the third, and I do it how I want to, and and I could buy you 15 times type stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's why he's alone.
Yeah, right. That's why he's where he belongs.
He's separated himself from us. He ain't alone. He got friends. He has a very established life in the South.
I got you.
Wouldn't you say you established here?
I'm straight.
Okay, so
I ain't got the money like everybody, but I'm straight.
What you mean? That ain't, man. Money is good for two things: creating convenience, and it's a heck of a motivational tool. That's all money is.
Didn't I read the scripture?
I don't know about the scripture.
It answered all things.
Man, yeah, okay, yeah.
The scripture that I read that it answered say the feast is made for laughter. And wine makes merry, but money answereth all things. I'm trying to get the answer to all things. Man.
Okay, well, yeah, you might need to tap in what you got. I mean,
I ain't selling all my people just because.
I'm just saying.
No money. I ain't selling nobody.
I'm just saying. So he don't sound. He's a team player, no way. So
that part. Now that makes more.
Right okay, that's cool. And then you're gonna have them types. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't fit on the bus, man.
Almost like the Trick Baby movie. You know the scene, the dinner scene from Trick Baby.
Never seen it.
No, you could tell us because it take a second to pull it up, but it
ain't gonna take but a moment.
Okay, all right.
One moment.
We got a good long show out tonight. You hear me?
Hey, this is the New Year show.
I'm talking about we're gonna matter of fact, we might do a marathon.
Hey, my intent was to do a 48-hour show.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
we ain't gonna start it tonight.
I gotta
go to work in the morning.
I wanted to get a bunch of ministers and stuff and just do hour per.
That sounds good.
Yeah, for real.
But I couldn't get the momentum, and then Big G, he was helping me with it. And now
so you was getting ministers together, and that's another thing. Speaking of ministry, when we was kids, ministers was all around the community. They had a revival in every other corner in the hood.
Every weekend,
they was
tents, and you hear the clapping and tambourines.
Okay,
yeah.
I ain't finna go there. I ain't gonna go there. I'm just saying this is a beautiful thing. For those ministers, that's ministering in the community and doing work within your community, man, kudos to you. Shout out to y'all for real. Shout out to y'all.
And I still want to do it because we need the church, we need the ministers, we need the structure.
Well, I'm sure you should be. I mean, you should be able to get some guys, men to help you. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to do 48 because I wanted to have 24 males, 24 females. It was, and not
how
just
long,
an hour apiece.
But I'm saying how long?
So hour apiece. They was gonna do an hour apiece.
You probably should have been on that. Well,
right.
So yes.
So now here go that scene. We're about to do the scene here.
Okay.
Let me y'all ready for it?
Yep. We're ready for the scene. We're going back to the scene. Now, what was the scene?
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle.
What was the name of the movie? Just for shout out.
This was called Trick Baby.
Trick Baby, 1974. The dinner scene. Now, what was it related to?
Talking about how they purposely make sure they get our best and brightest and make them comfortable for their side.
Okay, like your man you was just speaking on. Yeah. I wish I knew who the gentleman was because I sure it sounded like his name need to be.
I ain't putting him out there.
I'm just saying.
About to put him
if I knew him, I was gonna give his old government.
Not at all.
Because I ain't gonna talk about you behind your back. I'm gonna let you know.
I ain't talking about him behind his back.
He anonymous at this point.
He's anonymous,
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what with Larry. Flat out. Let's go. What's up with you?
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard, you liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's
Wow.
But wow, okay
I
then.
ain't never seen that.
No,
heard that.
I think I seen the clip before. Hold on, cut that now. Hold on. It ain't about that. Yeah, nah.
Like I need to Google
Okay,
this movie
that was
tonight.
yeah. Matter of fact, I'm finna go look that movie up. What was it called? Trick Baby, huh?
So
Baby.
so the
Okay,
premise was
okay,
the
okay.
white guy that they
I-
kept showing that was eating.
Uh-huh.
He's mixed. He can pass.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you know
Okay,
people
okay.
that's us, but they don't look like us, but they us.
Right.
So he was pretty much
The trick baby.
he was a
Using
trick bag. His
privilege,
daddy was
using
white,
that privilege.
mama was black, and he was using that privilege, and like all his uncles and stuff was pimps and players and all that stuff. So he was just in the dinner room, just listening, eating, and they didn't know
That's
he
what I'm
wasn't.
saying. They didn't know
white.
he wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, well, and that's hey, matter of fact, somebody just looked like somebody took that serious.
And he took it.
Because I'm talking about because of what I heard that was just stated, and that's coming from 1974.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2024 in the last days. So, you know what I mean? That's a lot of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when you look at what he said, I mean, it seems like it could have been put in the movie for yesterday.
Sound like it's so current.
Yeah,
like right now.
Yeah, it still works.
It's still current.
Yeah.
It's still a current event, current affair.
Being used to this day.
Right. So, but I'm glad you shared that with us, and I implore people to check that out because that was a powerful scene, Brother George. That was very powerful. That spoke volumes. I mean, but I'm not surprised, but to hear it spoken like that in 74, and then we in 2024, it makes you be like, okay, well they was on to something. They knew what they was talking about, and that's a movie.
Right.
That's
And
that's
why
with cameras and everything.
That's why gatekeepers exist.
Right.
Because they put them in place.
Right.
And a lot of people, just like it's new to y'all, those gatekeepers don't really know that's the play.
I mean, but like I said, let a couple through, and like your man, and he become one of us. That kind of
probably made it clear in the 70s. There was an album back in the
it wasn't JoJo Dancer.
No, it was Bicentennial Nigga. It was, and you can Google that and find it. It says white folks are already up on pimping because we're the biggest hoes they got. And it didn't register to me until I became 16, got my first income tax, and I wondered who FICA was.
right.
Yeah.
But anyway, we that was a powerful scene. A Trick Baby. I'm gonna have to go check that out. I'm gonna go watch that. I think I've seen that before, but it
sounds like something that played at the Capitol.
No jab, but I think I've seen it before, but it just hit different when you was talking about it and brought it up, and then to hear it and hear the relevance.
I wonder who was the black people that was playing in that part, because Pam Grier didn't play in that, did she?
I haven't seen the movie in so long. I just know that thing always hit me so hard when I meet certain people. That clip always hit me. Yeah.
Listen, it almost looked like we doing a marathon. You understand me?
Nah, we ain't doing too much. This is just a holiday
couple hour show.
This is an hour and 28 minutes.
Yeah,
it's the last one for the year. Just for the year now. For 2024, this ain't the last one.
So 24, we out to go.
I do plan on being here. You understand me? Next year,
we gonna be here.
Episode, you understand me? 34. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yep. Episode 34. It's a beautiful thing to be able to, just come and share your thoughts and, speak on, issues that concern you. And, just, the things you like to see, the things that you want to make the changes that you want to see made, and then being a part of that. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, for real. And I really appreciate you coming down, you know what I mean, with me again.
Cause anytime.
For real. I really appreciate that. Yeah. And having Brother George F. Grundy II.
Well, I appreciate it.
You
I
know,
appreciate you.
for sure.
You having me.
I appreciate you coming on too. You know what I mean? And
That's the maestro.
we're gonna
Smooth,
oh
yeah.
no, that's that we're sitting up here looking at a little Richard Pryor.
I'm waiting for you to tell me which one it's supposed to look like. What
What was the name of it?
it said? Dealing with the White Man. This is Rich Pryor. Is that it?
No, we ain't, you know, we
Bicentennial. Oh, talking about what that comment I made?
Yeah.
Actually, I saw it on the album. I mean, I didn't saw it. I heard it.
Heard it on the album.
It was
Okay,
an
so
album.
it might not even have a skit to it.
Right.
It might not be
No,
on.
because I'm sure he probably did it in one of his movies. I mean, one of his stand-ups. I'm sure because it was a live stand-up Richard Pryor album.
Okay.
It was in 70, 78, 77.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called Bicentennial, nigga.
Okay. Well, yeah. So we're gonna go on
76.
76.
That was Bicentennial year.
But yep, the show was Spirit of 76.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we definitely it's been fun. You know, I mean, you know, we had some laughs. You know, understand me? We had it all tonight. You know,
So good.
You know, a little laugh, little. You know, we ain't gonna say different in opinions, but different in views, and we're still able to come around full circle and make it all make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know, like I say, as much as you can give, you got the right to receive that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But please don't not give nothing and expect something. You know, for real. So you know, and with that, you know what I mean. We're gonna close out. You know, it's episode 33 of Lessons with Larry podcast, and we definitely will be back with you soon. I'm looking forward to it, and see if we can keep these subject matters going, and keep positive vibes going and flowing, and positive affirmations and positive thoughts. Okay, well, any of you gentlemen have anything to say before we sign off, brother Calvin?
Peace and soul. Love you out there.
Man,
We out.
we out.